Hi. As women, we wear so many hats being a daughter, a mother, a friend, an entrepreneur, a student, or even a leader. We navigate diverse paths, balancing traditions with modern aspirations, juggling personal goals with professional ambitions. But amidst this balancing act, have you ever asked yourself, what is my vision for my life? Where do I want to go personally and professionally? Ndewo, Kedu. That's hello, how are you in my language, Igbo language. I'm Excellence Enrique Joshua, and here I share my life, my thoughts, and the lessons I've picked up along the way. What works for me might not work for everyone, and that's perfectly okay. This is just me keeping it real. And if you vibe with honest conversations, then hit the subscribe button and follow me on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Facebook at the Excellence Joshua and at Anurika Joshua on Twitter for more about this. Now, let's get right into it. Today, I want to talk to you about creating a personal and professional vision for your life. In case you're watching this on any platform other than the TTI Foundation Learning Management System, kindly note that this video is created originally for the Techy Training Incubator community. You can find more about the community by visiting www.thettifoundation.org. The link is going to be in the caption. A vision is more than just a vague sense of wanting something better. It's actually a clear, intentional statement of where you want to go, and you can have a professional and a personal visions. Your vision kind of gives your life direction. It helps you make decisions that align with your values and your goals. And crafting a vision might feel very overwhelming usually, and we're usually unsure of how to craft one or even identify one. But it is one of the most important steps you can take towards living a fulfilling and meaningful life. Today, I would like us to explore how to create a personal and professional vision and why it is essential for your growth. Whether you're 16 or 18 and you're just starting to navigate adulthood, or you're 45 looking for your next steps, a great vision, a strong vision can guide you forward. I always said, if you cannot see it, then how do you want to become it? Let's start with personal vision before we get into professional vision. What is personal vision? Your personal vision is your North Star. It is the big picture dream of what you want your life to look like. It is not just about where you want to be in the next 10 to 20 years, but about the kind of person you want to become. A personal vision is deeply connected to your values. By the way, we're going to be discussing about values in another video. It's about your passion. It's connected to your passion, to your values, and the things that make life meaningful to you. You might be wondering, but do I really need a vision? Yes, you do. A personal vision helps you focus on what truly matters. Without a vision, it's easy to get lost in the noise of life, doing things that don't align with your deeper desires, or basically constantly feeling unsure of what to do next. You have so many people who are not sure where they want to go. And so whatever is presented to them, they just accept it and they say yes. You don't want your life to be like that. And at the end of the day, you feel something is missing. Also, having a clear vision provides motivation, especially during challenging times. When you know where you're headed, you're more likely to push through obstacles because you see how they fit into your bigger life story. I always ask people, do you know your why? What is your why? Your why, for me, my why is what makes me stay awake at night without caffeine. My why is what keeps me going. My why is why I need to work on my capstone, but I have dedicated 2 hours today to record this for the community I'm working on because they mattered to me before moving into research. A personal vision is not just or could not just only be your motivation. It also encourages you to live a life with intention. Instead of drifting through life, you are actively shaping your journey, making choices that bring you closer to your ideal self. In September, in the community, our focus was on living a life of meaning. And this is what a vision does for you. Now we've talked about personal vision. What is a professional vision? A professional vision is basically a blueprint for your career or vision, or your career or work life. It outlines your long-term goals and aspiration for your profession, whether you're an entrepreneur or you have a corporate job or you're a freelancer, or even if you're a homemaker. Yes, being a homemaker is a job. A professional vision is about the impact you want to make in your field, the skills you want to develop, but also the legacy you want to leave behind. Your professional vision is important because it helps you see the bigger picture of your career. It allows you to plan for growth and development. With a clear vision, you can also make smarter career decisions. When choosing a job, you know which one to say yes to. When deciding to if you want to go to grad school or not, if you have to start a business and all of that. Also, when you have a professional vision, you walk into every situation with a sense of purpose. You know what you bring to the table and where you are headed, and how each experience can contribute to your professional goals. Now, you might be wondering, why are you not talking about vision? Why are you saying personal and professional vision? You see, although your personal and professional vision might be different, and I'm trying to keep them different in this conversation today, the truth is that they are deeply connected. One influences the other. For example, if your personal vision is to have a balanced life, and your professional vision, your personal if your personal vision is to have a balanced and fulfilling life, your professional vision could be finding a job that allows for work life balance. On the other hand, if your professional vision is to become a leader in your field, you need to consider how that ambition aligns with your personal value and responsibilities. If you want a work life balance, you have no business being a surgeon, right? That's an emergency. That's a career that is kind of in an emergency field where you're kind of always going to be needed. The only way you can achieve that work life balance will be much, much later in your life. It is important to see these two visions as part of a whole. Your life is not just divided between work and everything else. The truth is, the things that matter to you personally will naturally influence your professional choices and vice versa. If not, you're going to feel a disconnect and you will never be satisfied. You'll keep fighting with yourself. Now, how do you create a personal and professional vision that resonates with who you are and where you want to go? Is what I'm going to be looking at shortly. The first step is to reflect on your values and your passion. Before you create a vision, you need to understand what truly matters to you. Your values, which you're going to be talking about more in another video, are the guiding principles that shape your decisions and behaviors. Now, while your passions are the things that bring joy and fulfillment to you, so your values kind of determine what you say yes to, why you say yes to them, and when you say yes to them. Your passion are those things that kind of bring you joy and fulfillment. So ask yourself, what do I care about most in life? I remember when I was trying to decide on what I wanted to go for, somebody asked me, what is important to you? Is it money? Is it family and community or legacy? Like, what do you want more? What is most at the end of it, or what do you want? And I was forced to have to think deeper and deeper and probe, because at the surface it seemed it was money and autonomy. But then, like I said in the other video I recorded, I don't know if you've watched that. If you've not, you should not, about deepening relationship. When all of these things fails, what counts? I was in grad school, very amazing, wonderful opportunity, holistic scholarship. Everything was great, but it didn't cover my son. And trust me, I was going to give up on that opportunity because I felt, what will it profit me if I gain the whole world? If I'm trying to save the world and then my own son, I'm not able to make that influence, or I have, or he's lost. And I'm like, this might be the only child I might have. Then what's it gonna count for me? And so I was at a crossroad until I was able to find a solution to have him join me. I wanted to let it go because at that point, I had discovered my value of how important he was to me and what I wanted out of life. And I felt it didn't count. If I get all of this, what's the point? Right. And then after that, I made a resolution that any opportunity that does not find a way to get him in or provide help or support for me somehow to get him in, I'm not going to take that opportunity. That opportunity is not for me, at least until he's at a certain age. And I had to realize that God, I believe that when you see me, you see him. And so, whatever opportunity of things you're bringing, please provide a way that covers both of us. Else, I'm not taking it anymore. You see, that's value. What do you care about most in life? What activities or experiences make you feel alive and energized? What are the values that you never want to compromise on? How do you want to impact the people around you? That's the first thing you need to do, to reflect on your values and your passion. Then next you need to envision your ideal life. Once you've reflected on these values, it's time to dream big. What does your ideal life look like? It's not time to limit yourself and say, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. It's time to allow your imagination run wild. Where do you see yourself living? What do you want your typical day-to-day life to look like? Who are the people you want to be surrounded by? Who do you feel? How do you feel about yourself and life? You need to write everything that comes to mind. The more specific you can be, the better. For example, instead of saying, I want to be successful, imagine what success looks like to you. Is it owning your business? Is it having financial independence? Is it making meaningful impact? For me, it's not, it's being able to get what I want and make so much impact without having to get permission from someone or being stuck. That's one of the things. That's how success looks like for me. It's not about, I don't think I need a 10-bedroom mansion. What am I using it for? But then I want to have something like that for my women where they can have option of where to stay for a bit if they're trying to gather themselves. After you've envisioned your life and you see where you're going, I always tell you this, you need to identify the gap between where you are and where you want to be. The identification of this gap will help you set the goals that you need to achieve those things. Yes, some things are not within your control, but then which one is within your control? Shift your focus to your career or professional life. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years? What skills do you have to develop? What kind of work would bring satisfaction and fulfillment? Set your goals. After setting your goals, you need to create an action plan. Yes, you have dreamt big, like I said, leave the ones you can control. The ones you can control, set goals around them, and then create an action plan. A vision without an action is just a dream. So to bring your vision to life, whether personal or professional, you need to create a plan. The plan doesn't have to be rigid. Now, you're on a journey, and so to get there, there are different routes that might get there. But based on what you know and you can control, set something, have something planned. Break down your vision into smaller, manageable goals. Um, Set timelines for these goals, then create a plan. After you've created a plan, the next thing is, most times when we are thinking about creating something, we're always thinking about the the what, but most times you don't think about the who. You need to surround yourself with support. No one achieves their vision alone. Who are the people that are critical that could help me? Sometimes when we even think of who, we think of people that can give us money. But how about people that can be there and provide support, like maybe childcare, look after your child, and you can trust them while you're able to study for a while? Those things are also important. Who can you trust to support you in your vision? Are there people in your life that can inspire that you can share with them to let you know? How can you build a network of people that share similar goals and vision for yourself? Your vision empowers you to take control of your life, and it kind of enables you to live with intention rather than simply reacting to the demands of the world. Most people that don't have vision, whenever you ask them, can you do this? Yes. Will you do this? Yes. Are you going to come? Yes. Their own is yes, yes to everything. How do you set boundaries? How do you live a life of meaning? Is to know where you're going. And so when you have a vision, you know who is joining with me and who is not. You know how to say no politely, or know the pockets to keep people, or where people fall to in your life. I'd like to add something here. In setting plans and goals to achieve your vision, there's so many things that should be considered. Resources is one of them. And so many often you might have a vision that you're unsure of how to achieve or activate it. To someone in this space, I need you to remember that your vision is valid. However, In the current phase you're in, go to the door that is opening. The end can be clear that, yeah, this is where I want to get to, but be flexible with the process. If the way you think it will work seem not to be working and is full of disappointment and something else seems to be effortless, please go for what presents himself. Don't worry, everything will eventually fall into place. But whatever you do, don't stop trying and pushing. And trust me, it's okay for your vision to change. I had a vision board. I had some of these things, and I'd hit like 70% on it. But when I looked at after hitting 7%, I looked at the board again. I realized that some of the things I had in the board on the board, I didn't think I wanted them anymore. It had changed, so I had to pull it down and create something new. So it's okay to recreate and recreate, because as you grow and as you want, you begin to see things that you didn't even think were initially possible. Whatever you do, don't stop trying, don't stop pushing. I'm rooting for you. If you found this helpful, remember to hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Facebook at The Excellence Joshua and at Enrica Joshua on Twitter or X. Thank you and have a beautiful day.